name's Adam Wiseman and welcome to The Ultimate Base. I just wanted to give you my brief story quickly, just qualifying myself, I guess, as to why you would invest in me or, take notice of me or check out the content or maybe even get started with the program. Basically, my whole life has been involved with health and fitness from a very, very young age. I grew up in a family that it's one of the absolute blessings that our parents encouraged us so much with sport, and from the age of all sorts of different sports growing up, as you do as a young kid, and from the age of around 11 or 12 started to get fairly serious with surf lifesaving, and that's been a sport that we've competed for a long time now, and at certain points at quite a high level as well. And then I grew up in Devonport, Tasmania, and when I was 18 I moved to the Gold Coast to pursue surf lifesaving. When I was up there I had a few periods where I trained quite hard, but there was lots, through that period of my life there was quite a bit of partying going on, as well as training, but yeah, probably way too much partying for that time in my life. Anyway, when I was up there, I was 18 or 19 and I got qualified as a personal trainer. That's when my career began. I did 4 or 5 years of being a trainer up there working for someone else, and I call it like my apprenticeship. And then I moved back to my hometown in Devonport, Tasmania around age 23. What happened from there was quite bizarre. I started training my best friends and started getting referrals, and then within a very short amount of time I was training them in this really small gym downtown that we could just rent out per hour. And then within about 8 to 12 weeks, I was actually fully booked out, and I was doing about 50 sessions a week in that time. And then a waiting list started to develop. And within a couple of months after that, I was, as I said, totally booked out, training people myself. And I had a waiting list at one stage up to, I think it was 82 people on the waiting list ready to start training with me. Then from there, a couple of years later, I joined forces with my brother, and we became a partnership, and we booked him out straight away. And then I think the end result was we had 117 on our waiting list waiting to train with one of us, and we were both completely booked out. Then we started training trainers and developing a team. And we moved from a little studio that only 4 years ago we built and created from the ground up, a personalised, purpose-built studio. We've had, as I said, trained many trainers over that time, and had up to 10 trainers training for it, being PTs working for us at that time. So I've seen so many things over that period of time. So I've directly and indirectly trained probably in the thousands of different people and seen thousands of different scenarios. Now, when I say directly and indirectly, obviously I've trained lots of people totally one-on-one through the last 18 years, but then also training trainers to train other people, and then coaching group sessions and coaching sports, etc. So lots of people directly and indirectly, and the thing is, the patterns are always the same. So it doesn't matter where you're at. Well, it does matter where you're at, but as far as the patterns, they're always the same. And what I wanted to do was basically put all the knowledge down, all the experience down, and create a program that people have basically on hand. So once again, you'd be saving time watching this stuff. It's like, if you've got, you're getting coached from anyone that's worked on mastering a certain area. They've worked on that for over a lifetime, and you're saving time by getting their experience, and you don't have to go through all the mistakes that they've gone through, or all the mistakes that they've seen and I've seen with the different scenarios over the time. Some of the highs and lows, I guess, as far as training people goes, I've seen people in the darkest, lowest scenarios to do with health and life. And then I've also seen people come out of those scenarios to live in the absolute peak. And the fundamentals are really almost all the same. So that's my story. I'm super, super passionate about health. I'm not suggesting for 1 second that I am perfect or the fittest or strongest person, or I never ever eat bad food. But I do overall, as far as health goes. I've been all over the world at different seminars, retreats, etc., to do with education on health, etc. And I'm the healthiest person I know. Now, once again, that doesn't mean that I'm the fittest person on earth or the strongest person on earth, or I never ever touch one bit of bad food. I have a great balance with all that stuff. But as I said, of all the places I've been, I am the healthiest person I know that has the best combination of all the different elements of health. And because quite often people could nail exercise like I used to do, but they eat so badly or drink too much, as an example. Or some people might eat perfectly, but they don't do strength training or they don't do exercise. So they all matter and they all help each other. And that's what I've created this program about. And the most important thing here is getting the maximum results in the minimum time. Without a doubt, time is people's biggest factor that they always talk about as an excuse. And at the end of the day, it is an excuse. But I'm creating this program with that in mind, that to give you the maximum health results and help you master health in the shortest possible time, and getting educated along the way with what you need to know to give you that inspiration and knowledge to be able to create the ultimate health scenario for you, both short term and long term.